More about living during the coronavirus epidemic. The field mouse says that we are all made in the image of God. That black man who was killed in Minnesota a week ago, was he made in the image of God? The white cop who killed him, was he made in the image of God? How about me? Was I made in the image of God? If that's true, then I have to say that God can't be all he's cracked up to be. And are we talking about the same God who sent the coronavirus to us as a message? There were protests / demonstrations / riots in my city last night, in a lot of cities, like 40 cities, including Minneapolis. Lots of windows were shattered, police had to use tear gas, arrests were made. If this is going to continue, then we're going to need some protocols for the protesters to follow. The field mouse dearly loves his protocols. First of all, it's okay to protest. And you can march too, but remember to keep the social distancing. You can yell and shout and chant, but if you do, a mask is strongly suggested. And if you toss a brick or a stone through a window, remember to wash your hands when you're done. When it comes to looting, we're going to require that you sanitize and thoroughly wipe down whatever it is that you intend to steal. If you shoot someone, it's probably best to move to another area, because in most places, shooting someone is still against the law. And if you are shot, try to stop the bleeding and dress the wound yourself. Chances for being taken to a hospital are not good right now, as the hospitals are being reserved for COVID-19 patients. I think they just opened things up for veterinarians. So if you're shot, maybe you should go to a vet. There's going to be a curfew tonight in this city, 10 o'clock, and I'm sure in many other cities too. This comes as terrible news for owners of small businesses, especially the bars and restaurants. They have recently begun the slow process of reopening in the coronavirus epidemic, and now their windows have been smashed, their inventory stolen, and they have to close up at 10. For many of these operators, I know that business for the night is just getting started at 10. People on the radio are saying that they don't see any relation between the man's death and looting. Well, here it is. Some of the looting is being done by thieves who can use the demonstration as a nice cover. This is an opportunity they don't intend to miss. And some of the looting is being done by people who want to get back at the man. They think protest is a waste of time. It doesn't get anywhere, except maybe you wind up in jail or get shot like Dr. King and many others. The white man runs everything, and if you can steal a flat-screen TV or some new threads, absolutely, let's do it. It's a small chance to proclaim your disgust with the system. There's no stopping it or changing it, so why not burn it up and smash and grab? They ask about the thinking of the looters. What about the cop who killed that guy? Active cruelty? Supreme indifference? Power mad? Have police tactics changed because of the virus? Maybe, but not in this case. It's painful that many will see it as typical cop and white behavior. Nothing is in the mind of the virus. For a long time we have been fighting an implacable foe. Now it seems as if we must see the face of a new kind of evil. And that face is human. It is our own. It is more disturbing than the virus, because the cop had a choice. He did not have to do what he did. The fact that he did it makes it all the more terrible. The police had to disperse another crowd downtown, and it is early evening. I do not want to see chaos take over. Unpredictability has been bad enough, along with all of the government's restrictions. If we get anarchy and a police response, then everything is going to get worse, much worse, very quickly. The lockdown was enforced without the use of force. It was voluntary. back when we were in this together. If the authorities are forced to use force, they will appear to be the oppressors, confirming what black people have known for so long. I hope that situation will not come to pass. A society already strained and fragile could very well be torn apart.